So today I'm going to be telling you what nobody tells you about what it takes to actually make a first class result, and it's sincerely something that anybody can do. I'm not here for the aesthetic motivational talks, but actually the real actions that it actually takes to take you from point 1 to point 2. So I'm going to be leaving you today with some real action steps, a free tracker, and an extra little bit of help that will actually help you to attain that first class results. So anyways, let's get into it. So as we all know, there are the daily habits and daily things that first class students do that actually help them to get to their results. And it's something that you might not really notice unless you pay rapt attention. But anyways, I'm going to be exposing all of them to you in this video. I'm a first class mechanical engineering student. So let's just say I know a lot of people and I've asked them, okay, what's that? And I'm just going to be bringing all of them into one and helping you to pick. And the first one is starting from how they prepare for class. The average first class student, they either do one of the two things. They either read for the class beforehand or they read after the class has been done. Why? Active recall. Emphasis on long-term memory and putting those things into such a way that you can remember them over a longer period of time. For a long while, I dropped the whole reading before class thing because I was not able to keep up with it. But it's something that I've brought back into my life and it has sincerely been working wonders, and I've not been doing it for like 2 weeks. The average first class student has their way and their methods of preparing for the class by reading ahead of others or simply by just learning the things after the class has been done, just simply to re-emphasize and put those things into their long-term memory rather than their short-term memory. And not only do they just prepare for those classes with just the notes, but they prepare for those classes using materials like YouTube videos, textbooks, extra classes with even the teachers if they can. And it's not just about what they do like after or before the class. Sometimes during the class you can notice that most of them, they pay very, very rapt attention to you guys, and if they don't, most likely those are the ones that pay attention to personal reading. And that leads me on to their second daily habit, personal reading. Most of them is either they have something that they do every single day when it comes to their personal reading, or they have something that they do at least during the weekends to ensure that they are consistently up to date with what they have to do academically, and they understand the importance of constant memory development. I'm going to be putting a forgetting graph by the side, and this shows like what actually happens when you actually participate in daily reading and how it actually helps you not to forget that thing that you actually read. And along with this, like I told you guys, I'll be giving you guys a free tracker. There's one that I recently did for myself that I drew out, but you can either draw it by yourself or you can just simply use the link in the description to download it. It's free after all, because that's what we do on this channel. The third daily habit that they actually participate in is checking up on which assignments they have and which assignments they don't have. So if you've been missing out on assignment, or you don't notice you're always doing them last minute, or you notice you don't even get around to doing them, you better pay attention to this one, because they know the importance of these assignments. Most of them, maybe the lecturer might not even use them, but these things, like I said, they are actually for you. Everything you do in this life is not for anybody else, but it's simply for you. It has an impact on you, either in the short term or in the long term. So they figure out a way that, how can I do this assignment in such a way that I'll actually get around to doing them. So the first thing you can simply do is, anytime when you have an assignment, write it in bold on your notes, so that when you're going over your notes, you can say, I'm meant to have an assignment here. But believe me when I say that daily habits are not the only things they have up their sleeves. These people have gone through some severe process designing until the point whereby they realize that, wow, this now actually works, and then they suddenly become unstoppable. And then the first thing that they design their systems for is for tests. So there are two types of systems that I've discovered that really work for tests. And the first one is constant preparation. There's some courses that are just too much for you to read in a short period of time, and they completely understand. There's something that that if you don't start reading on time, there's most likely going to be a lot of issues along the way. And then there's the type of tests that require you to have targeted preparation. It doesn't matter how long you've read, it doesn't matter whether you've been reading it since 1996. If you don't look at the exact things that your lecturer wants, you're just going to be simply wasting your time. So the second thing that they really build their systems around is around difficult subjects. There are two types of systems for difficult subjects, and the first one, once again, is consistent reading. When you're noticing that, wow, this subject is getting really, really hard, sometimes you need to actually just take more time with it. It's not that the course is too difficult or something. It can be understood, but it just might just take time. So they've understood that, and so they realize that, if this course is giving me too much issue, it just means I need to pay more attention to it. And then the second system for difficult subjects is good materials. Sometimes your lecturers might just be using a lot of rubbish methods to teach you, but by the time you just watch a couple YouTube videos here and there, or read a particular textbook, or use a particular notes that they used to use before, you just realize that, wow, I'm actually understanding this better. So sometimes it might not actually be the course, it might actually just be what you're using to learn. So look for materials that will actually help you to better understand the subject in case you're actually having difficulty with it. And the third one that they develop their systems for is their exams. I've done a whole video where I break down exactly everything you need for exams, so I'll just be linking that on this side here. Understanding when you're meant to read, understanding how you're meant to read, what times will actually be better for you if you actually want to understand your exams better. It's very, very key. So just make sure you watch this video by this side after this one, because I'll break it down more in a more detailed manner, and I'm sure that will actually help you guys. But sometimes it's not actually really always about the things we do, but it's actually sometimes about the things that we think. Because sometimes we see these people and they're like, it's as if these people never get tired. What keeps them up at night? What keeps these people reading when everybody's like, man, I don't feel like doing this anymore? It's simply about the convictions and the mindset shifts that these people have that actually keep them pushing up at night. And so the first one that I've actually really noticed is that there are things that I cannot do. As a first class student or as a 5.0 student, schools. There are just some things that not notice that they don't simply do. Okay, everybody is not in this class, everybody is not doing this assignment, they will do it. Everybody's not going for this class, don't bother, they will go. Why? Because they have a goal in mind, they have something that they're pursuing, they have something that they're doing. So they cannot live the life that everybody else is living. Why? Because their own distance is different, their own goal is different. You cannot be living the same life as everybody else and expect that things will be different. I was praying the other day and I actually received this particular description. Think of a shape, think of like a square now, think of a rectangle, think of a triangle as well. What makes these three shapes different from an amoeba, and what makes them distinct, what makes them special is the amount of sides that they each have. And what are those sides? Constraints. And that's what makes each one of us peculiar. The different boundaries that we have, the different things that we contain ourselves in. When something does not have a boundary, it's just a circle. A circle is just very common. Most people, when they tell them to choose it, they won't choose a circle because a circle is common. It does not have any restrictions, does not have any boundaries or anything. But when you see shapes like polygons, shapes like hexagons now, they have many sides, many constraints. That's what makes the hexagon special. No circle can ever be like the hexagon. Why? Because the hexagon has 6 different sides and 6 different constraints. So what makes the first class student different or the 5.0 student different is the constraints that they have. Oh, everybody not doing this. Nah, I'm still going to do it. Oh, everybody's doing this. No, I can't do that. Why? Because my goal is different, my path is different, my life is different. And I feel like this is something I really need to hear, because sometimes I think to myself, why do I need to go through all these challenges? Why do I need to go through all these issues? And the truth is that to be in a particular shape, there are different kinds of boundaries and things that you have to undergo that not everybody else will be able to understand or will ever have to go through, or because of the kind of life you're going for. You have to be subjected to those kind of constraints. I think I'm going into a preaching now, so I'm just going to go on to the next mindset shift. And that is simply that I have a dream. Have you ever wanted something so bad? You just find yourself sitting down thinking about it, visualizing it. When you have a dream, it just pushes you to do so many different things. Don't worry. I think we all know this song from Rapunzel. I have a dream. Like, those things wake you up. Those things keep you going even when it looks hard. Those things keep you reading up at night even though it's 2 a.m. Those things keep you editing up at night even if it's only 12 views you're getting. Those things, they push you in that business even if it's only one customer you have. Those are the things that keep you up at night. And that's one of the main things that push these kind of students. They just imagine the way that their parents will feel when they see that result. They imagine them standing and clapping during convocation when they see that they had that first class result. Your ability to have a dream and not just have it but pursue it. To keep you up awake at night when everybody's sleeping. To push you to stand up even when everybody else is doing something else. Don't let that dream die, because that is the thing that pushes you when everybody else has lost their feel, when everybody else has gotten tired. That's the thing that will definitely increase your energy and actually keep you awake at night. But it's not enough to actually have a dream. We actually need to plan to actually ensure we get the academic comeback that we are actually meant to get. And so click on this video by this side where I'll be telling you the 3 stages of what it actually takes to have an academic comeback this year, so that you actually achieve your academic goals and get that first class result or that 5.0 that you're actually looking for. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys another day on this channel. Bye.